it was a matter of that we tried as best as we could to do what we could for him, and it was up to him to have to do it. And thank God, I think, really through prayer and everyone's prayers, that he signed himself into a rehabilitation, and he
was still in high school.
He was just out of high school. Yes, thank God. He did graduate, and he went into a rehabilitation and in-house for 2 years, and he worked very hard. And with that, he could have walked out. It wasn't like a locked-in unit. It was, you could leave if you wanted to. And a lot of children have to be, like they will be mandated by the courts to do this program. Michael wasn't in that category. So I was extremely proud of him. And with this program, they brought the family in, and we used to have to go in like a night a week, and we would have to, just discuss what was going on in our home life. It was very therapeutic for us to do that.
It must have been a lot of anxiety for you, knowing that at any time he could just walk out.
Absolutely, yes. And we really tried to support him there, because it was a very difficult situation. And with that, I was blessed. With all this going on, I became pregnant. Right before this, I became pregnant with our last daughter, Katie. So that in itself was a lot. It was a lot, but I know that it was such a gift for me to have her. It really grounded me. It gave me a focus to get through this difficult time. So, I had Katie right before Michael had gone into the rehab. So that in itself was very difficult, because I had a newborn, and we were trying to get him on track and make sure we could do what we could for him. So I have to say that, when you ask God for his help, he just does so much for you. I felt like I was just being carried through this whole experience. I had the grace. My family had the grace to be able to do this. It was extremely difficult. It really, really was. I mean, just the anxiety of not knowing how he's going to do, and taking care of everybody else in your family, trying to be at two places at one time.
And the pain of it, you said the anxiety to the worry, but also the pain, because this is your little boy.
That's right.
No matter how old he is, he's still your little boy, and this isn't what you ever wanted for him, and what you ever imagined would happen. And here your whole family finds themselves in this situation.
That's right.
Of a young man. And knowing that it came out of his pain as well.
That's right.
So there's a lot of pain in the situation, but you knew what to do with it. It's so good to have Jesus, because there's those times when you wake up in the middle of the night, or you can't sleep, and you know that Jesus is there for you, and you could talk to him. What happened to your relationship with the Lord in that time period? Because so many people say, well, I'm having this trouble in my family, so where is God? What good is God? But what happened for your relationship in the middle of all of this heavy distress?
Well, it grew. It was it was wonderful. Back then we didn't have cell phones, and I was very anxious, and it used to get the best of me, especially at night, because I didn't know where Michael was, and he wasn't home, and I knew, that he was just not, he was not able to take care of himself the way he should have, and I didn't know where he was and what he was doing, and in the middle of the night I'd wake up and he wasn't home, and I'd panic. I just would panic, and I couldn't, I didn't know what to do. And of course, when you're in that state, you just you just don't know what to do for yourself. And I would just pray. And I'd open the Bible up and just read a couple of scriptures, and just ask the Lord, just please be with him no matter where he is. I can't be, Lord, and you're gonna I just ask you to be with him. And it would just comfort me tremendously. And it used to happen quite often. And I just can remember, just even in his elementary school experience, and how he was